read today, and it is for The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. So this story is about a mother and a son, and it has them as like the two main point of views. The mother is, the society is very traditional, and the mother is a little bit encouraged to be soft-spoken. It's her role to have the children, to take care of the children, to raise the children, and that's kind of her entire purpose in life. But there are hints from the very beginning that she has a bit of a history where there was more. And then the son is her oldest son, and he is being raised to be a warrior. Basically, they have this magic system that is very similar to waterbending if you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. And different bloodlines have sort of different special abilities. And so although he is only 15 and nobody in his family has ever mastered this ability by 15, he is trying so hard to master this ability. The world is an Asian inspired world. I believe that it's Japanese inspired specifically. But the setup is basically this mother and this son. The son is trying so hard to just fulfill his potential, and the mother is trying to raise her child in this world. But you find out as an outsider enters that maybe this world isn't everything that it seems, with its traditional values and the setting being a little bit archaic, I would almost say. The setting reminded me a lot of, if you've seen the movie, or I assume read the book of Memoirs of a Geisha. That takes place, I believe, just before World War II or during World War II maybe. And that was a little bit of the vibe that I got, where they have radios and they have televisions, but it's not to where we are today. But yes, an outsider comes in and you find out that maybe things aren't actually like that. So yes, that is the general summary. As for the plot, okay, this is the point that I talk about that I had the most mixed feelings about out of anything in this book, because there was a main plot and there was kind of a subplot. The main plot was this current world where this mother and son exist and everything. And then there was sort of a secondary plot that was flashbacks for the mother character. Her name is Misaki. And so that plot was a little bit weird to me. I feel like it disrupted a lot of the flow of the story, and it wasn't great for me. I know that some people still really enjoy that aspect, and I'm glad that they do. I didn't dislike it in and of itself. I just wasn't. It was just a little jarring to have this nice slow setup for our story, and then to just randomly go to this other place sometimes. And in the end, I did appreciate it. And honestly, the primary plot was so strong for me, and so everything. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil things, but good lord. It just it explores what it means to be a warrior, and what it means to these people, and just loyalty to family, loyalty to your country in the context of it being two ways, things like that. The plot really explores those themes, and I really enjoyed that. And so for me, those aspects of the primary plot completely overrode any like negativity that I felt towards the secondary plot and the jarringness of it. So I really enjoyed the plot for this. Next up is world building. This is actually part of the reason why I give the secondary plot a little bit of slack, because through the secondary plot and the flashbacks, you actually get a lot of world building outside of the Kaigen Peninsula, which is the setting where this takes place. You get to learn a bit more about the elsewhere, and you get to learn about the magic system more, and you get to learn Misaki's family line specialty of waterbending, and then you get to kind of find out about other magic systems that happen elsewhere, and I just really, really enjoyed that. So the world building in this was spectacular. I loved it. It was almost my favorite part of the book. But with that, we're gonna move on to characters, because good Lord. M.L. Wang did such a wonderful job with these characters. Even the ones that were not point of view characters, because of their relationships with each other and with the point of view characters, I just felt everything that happened. And I won't lie, this book made me cry, because I became so attached and so in love with all of these characters and with everything that happens in it and their arcs, and it's just so good. And I feel like I'm babbling without giving any information, and but it's just so good, guys. It's been a very long time. Okay, it had been a very long time before I read this, since the book had made me cry. I actually read this book a while ago, and even thinking about it now, I can't. So yes, the characters are amazing. The character arcs are amazing. I loved how all of the characters developed. I loved their relationships. This was by far my favorite part of this book. Oh my goodness. If you enjoy connecting to characters and you enjoy any sort of character driven plots or anything like that, then please read this book, because oh goodness, it was amazing. Okay. So that being said, I enjoyed this book. What a surprise. Okay. But I definitely love this book. I recommend it to anyone who's looking for Asian-inspired fantasy, who's looking to sort of broaden their horizons from more classic fantasy type things. Anyone who loves family dynamics, who loves friendships, who loves exploration of loyalty, and oh goodness, it was just so good. So yes, I hope that this video was helpful to you. I am going to stop gushing about this book now, but if you haven't read it, then let me know below what you're thinking. If you have read it, then also let me know what you think, and I will see you around.